With illegal border crossings still surging, states on the southern border are taking this fight into their own hands. Next year, a new law in Texas will allow local and state police to have a new power to arrest individuals suspected of being in the U.S. illegally. The legislation also empowers state judges to then deport the undocumented immigrants. The new law effectively gives Texas authorities federal authority when it comes to immigration. The legislation is not sitting well with the U.S. Department of Justice, who this week wrote a letter to Texas Governor Greg Abbott warning that it will sue over this law. The DOJ claiming that the measure violates the Constitution, setting up a significant legal showdown over federal immigration enforcement. For more insight into this and the latest on our southern border, we're bringing in former U.S. Border Patrol Chief Ron Vitiello. He also served as the acting director of ICE under the Trump administration and is currently a candidate for U.S. Senate in Virginia. Ron, it's good to see you again. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for inviting me, Natasha. Good to see you.
Let's start with this new law in Texas set to take effect in March, I believe. What do you make of this? Do you agree with it?
Well, it is something that's going to go forward in the courts. It remains to be seen how DOJ and the courts will treat it. It's a measure of desperation, right? Texas, for many, many years, has been investing in the problem of uncontrolled migration across the southwest border, and it's been very acute over the last 3 years. They've deployed the National Guard. They have hundreds and probably thousands of Department of Public Safety employees deployed at Fish and Game. They have people on the river. They have people in the brush, helicopters, et cetera. So the Texas legislature has appropriated millions of dollars for this problem. They've changed laws over the years, and this is another iteration because the federal government is just not meeting its responsibility to protect that border and to protect the rest of us.
You know, I think there's been some criticism of this new law, not in the specific circumstance of law enforcement, state or local, actually physically seeing that illegal border crossing taking place at the Rio Grande, at the wall, but in a situation of individuals just living life in Texas, driving, just being in a grocery store. What do you think meets the bar of being suspicious of being in the country illegally? And what would you say to those who worry that this will simply result in racism?
Well, those are professional law enforcement officers as it relates to the Department of Public Safety. I'm sure they will publish strict rules about how they engage and what they can see or what they don't see. And then it's a matter of law as it relates to whether they, witness somebody crossing the border illegally. Stops on the near or away from the river are occurring every single day, right? They can recognize when vehicles are overloaded, filled with people who are being smuggled up from the border. And so they have a lot of training and a lot of activity and operations that they're already conducting. This is another layer of complexity, to be sure, but they are very capable, as a very capable workforce.
So you are not in favor of local or state law enforcement making stops just on the basis of someone not looking like they are from this country or speaking another language?
No, that's already against the law, right? There are rules and laws and policies against racial profiling. So professional law enforcement officers already operate in that conduct, and they conduct themselves in accordance with our Fourth Amendment. And so I don't have any concerns that will be a problem. It will be hyped and it will be talked about, and all plans are subject to failure and implementation. Mm-hmm. But this is something that Texas is desperate, and this is an opportunity for them to do a little bit more than they're already doing, and they're doing quite a bit.
Short of actually seeing someone crossing the border illegally, what do you think it does look like for someone to be in this country illegally? How would one tell?
Well, it just takes years and years of experience, but law enforcement officers know when a vehicle is overloaded as it's running down the road, how it handles, how it looks, the profile of the vehicle itself, the dark windows, the erratic behavior by drivers coming from certain parts of the border, certain neighborhoods, certain times of day. Law enforcement officers who do that for a living do it very, very well and do it professionally. And so I don't suspect it would be any different for the Department of Public Safety or the state and locals in the border area. You got to remember that half of our U.S. border is in Texas. And so, the law enforcement agencies that work along that line, they know full well how to patrol and operate and protect their citizens. This is, again, another layer of authority and another tool that they can use to protect their communities.
Yeah, it's a difficult topic. We appreciate you addressing it with us tonight. Ron Vitiello, thank you as always. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.